morning.
Hey, good morning. Oh, you're gone. And you're back.
Sorry, forgot to close the door yet again.
No problem. No problem. So, how was your day yesterday?
Disastrous. I have to say, I'll admit this openly. I felt so deflated. I didn't want to do anything. So I ended up doing nothing.
It's all right. We're all entitled to a day off every now and then.
I guess so.
It was so. I was saying to my wife, with just the excitement from Monday night when we saw that sale come in, and I just thought, like, okay, it's gonna just snowball from here, and I don't know. But it's kind of the same experience I've been having for 6 months. So.
Well, this is the one question that always keeps popping up in my head. What
are we missing?
Yeah, what are we missing?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm I had my coaching call on Friday with Jamie, and one of the things I'm going to talk to him about is just the whole business, kind of talk to him or show him what we've been doing, and get his specific insights into, because when you're taking a course and stuff, everything's very general, if you know what I mean. The hopefully the power of getting him on a one-on-one coaching session is he can look at the very specifics of my courses and this app and stuff, and give us 2 or 3 things that we can actually execute against. I don't know, but I'm gonna touch base with Amy today to talk about and I'm
going to get myself back in shape and pursue all the avenues that we still need to pursue.
Yeah. So I posted on Ryan Ashley, who's the tattoo artist from Ink Master.
Okay.
She posts regularly with her son who just turned 1. So I added a comment to one of her posts, just talking about the app or whatever. I don't expect it to go anywhere, but I did that. And then there's a lady on Fox, Emily Campagno, who does a lot of stuff for military families. So I was going to post on one of her posts, and then I saw it said I could just message her. So I sent her a message directly.
Cool.
I don't suspect, she's got 1.5 million followers or something. I don't expect it to go anywhere, but it's just every day I'm just going to take 2 or 3 kind of famous people and send them messages and see if anything happens.
That's a great idea. I'm sure that they have teams of people who might be in the position to read and evaluate.
Yeah. And this morning here, I was just going through my old hard drive looking for pictures of that I'm gonna use in some of our posts, on the actual group. So I'll show you a couple of these pictures. They're funny. So this is my son. I don't know why he's wearing my daughter's shirt. I was looking, I go, why is that Veronica? I'm like, no, that's Ian. So there's that one with a book. Same thing. Then there's Veronica with a book, another book, another book. So I'm just going to go through and find pictures like this of my kids with books, and use them in posts.
What happened to the years? Where did the years go?
I know. Can you believe this is 16 years ago? This is my niece Erin and my nephew Andy. Erin, she's just finished first year at York, and Andy's starting at Ryerson in September. It's crazy.
Damn, that's crazy.
Anyway, so that's I'm just going to go through. It's actually fun going back and finding some of these pictures and going down memory lane a little bit. But yeah, I did my post this morning, and I don't know. The encouraging thing is, like, I know, it's more encouraging if people buy, but like, I just think, like, you've gotten a number of positive comments back
Yeah,
about the idea and the concept and so on. So
yeah. I mean, we've all got positive comments back. It's
so I'm hoping, with I'll talk to Amy and see what she can do post wise. You saw Grumo's response, right, on the email.
yeah.
It's so funny. Like, I sent it to him, and I put the PS. Here's the link if you want to, and the promo code if you want to buy it. Thinking, like, okay, I paid him $75 for his consulting hour. Like, it's, to me, it's kind of like
return the favor.
Quid pro quo. Like, just spend $5 and buy the app. But he's like, yeah, I don't have any kids, but I'll send it to my sister. So, okay, that's fine. Maybe his sister will buy it. Who knows? That would actually be great if she did. But he made the point about, even though we have all the videos on the help screen, on the actual site itself, we have those 3 pictures of the still pictures of the app, but we don't have anything showing the app in action. So I don't know what your thoughts are on that feedback. If we need something,
you know what? I actually do not know if I don't know how to take that feedback, and one of the reasons I don't know how to take that feedback is like maybe we should have a video. Maybe.
Well, the way I take it is, like, I can go there and I can read about what the app is and what it does, but I can't actually see it. Anyway, I took all the little help videos.
Yep.
And put them all in one video.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that's a first stab at it. It's a video that runs one video that goes through all the steps.
Right.
So I put that on the YouTube channel. But I can save it in. Well, I don't know if you want to link it up at the bottom of the page or something.
Like as a whole. Maybe we should. Maybe we can pull the introduction to the app onto that first page, like the sales page.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still haven't. I'm just going through because I haven't heard back from Thrive Themes about why was the optimization exercise not picking up like all of the visits. And because if it's not picking up all the visits, what's the point of doing an A/B test?
Yeah. What was the traffic yesterday? Have you taken a look at it?
Yeah. I was just a sec.
Sorry about doing the episode so late. Yesterday, it was during the day. I was taking the dog, and I'm like, shit, I didn't download the episode yet.
Yeah.
I'm like, I have to remember.
Don't worry, I don't have any views.
And then I totally forgot.
So the 15th. We
have screen.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. So 15th, we had 142 page views, which is about 35 people. That's very interesting. How can it be that you have
views of the affiliate?
Huh?
Two affiliate views.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's interesting.
4 checkout views. How is it that? Okay, okay. Going back and forth, I get it. These are the times these are the times when I'm looking at things and I'm just telling myself, it's like, is there something I do not understand?
Yeah. Bounce rate is still low.
Bounce rate is low, so nobody's just 30 seconds on the page is pretty long. I've discovered.
Yeah.
If you were to time me right now, 30 seconds on the page is a long time.
Yeah.
So what I want to grab here is I want to grab where's audience? Oh no, it would have been behavior. Sorry, site content, all pages. Can't use users here. I know I can't.
My presentation today is all about our 30-day journey.
That's going to be fantastic. That will be fantastic, my good man. What's the status on Jamie's app? What's the next step? Sorry.
I was looking at it this morning. So there's every day there's like 1 or 2 people that are in it. The test ends on the 20th.
Yep.
And on the 20th, there's an automated email that goes out thanking them for being on the test and a link to my Calendly thing to book interviews.
Okay.
So over the next 2 weeks.
How will you know if it was successful or not? Is this after the interview?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think, based on what I'm seeing in the data, like there isn't overwhelming response based on the data of like everyone's like success of the, I don't know. I mean, to me, successful, just looking at the data would be like, more than half the people were on the app every other day kind of thing throughout the test. Like they were actively using it versus just checking it out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say my conclusion from what I've looked at so far is there's some curiosity there about checking out the app, but nothing that jumps out at me as being kind of like anyone's using it any substantive way. So that's where the interview comes into play.
Interesting.
So, but I mean, it's yeah. So right now, I say I'm lukewarm on.
You know what? There's one thing that in kind of this spiral of self-evaluation that happened yesterday is one of the things that what we didn't do with our idea. I'm just going to place. Remember how at one point in time, when I was going through my beta course, the whole premise around it was, look, you have to solve an idea that people have voiced.
Yeah.
Not give them an idea that they haven't thought of. Not give them a problem that they haven't thought about.
Yeah.
And
yeah. Yes and no.
Is this an idea that people said that they had a problem with? It's interesting that the feedback was always positive.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I mean, there's, like anything else, there's. I don't believe that is the only way to approach something.
Mm-hmm.
It's a way, and it might be a very good way. But if you, I don't know, and like all of the.
Oh shit! I know why the A/B test doesn't work. Sorry.
All of the greatest innovations of our time didn't solve problems that people articulated as being problems for them.
Right.
So it's anyway. Not that this is, I believe wholeheartedly, based on the feedback we had in our own experiences and the use case scenarios that we came up with and our testers came up with,
mm-hmm.
that there's something. Let me put it this way: under the premise that you just described, Candy Crush would not exist. Angry Birds would not exist.
That's true.
Enter name of successful technology here would not
exist. Yeah.
So
I agree.
I
agree. That's false logic.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's not like it's probably an easier path potentially to success if you're solving something. But it's I don't know. It's amazing though. Like, the world is full of great ideas that never really took off for one reason or the other. Like I love tools and stuff, and I go to the hardware store and I see all kinds of things that are kind of cool little next level inventions for things. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, like if you have a hammer and a screwdriver, like you can get by. Like you don't need.
You're pretty much set.
All the fancy gizmos kind of thing, even though they're. And I got so many cool little things. I'll give you an example. So my son, I signed him up for this engineering course. I don't know if you know Mark Rober. He's a YouTube personality. He's a former NASA and Apple engineer, and he's big on YouTube.
Okay.
Anyway, on Instagram, he was advertising this engineering course. So I convinced my son that he should sign up for it. So he started it last week. He's been building this prototype of this invention that he's come up with. But anyway, he's putting hinges on these things, and I have this cool thing. It's kind of like, looks kind of like a small pen, but it has a spring-loaded pointy mechanism inside it, and you put it in the hole of the hinge, and it automatically centers itself, and then you hit it with a hammer, and it creates a guide hole, dead center mm-hmm. hole of the hinge. So when I was helping him the first thing with the hinges, we used that, and it worked good. And then last night I go down, he wanted me to help him with something. And I go down and he was adding more hinges. And I go, did you use that thing? He's like, nah, I couldn't be bothered. I just used a pencil. So it's like, it's a great example where we have this tool available that works great, but you don't, it's not like you can't do what you're trying to do without it. Anyway.
It is interesting.
The thing, like, and I'm not discounting, like, I think, there's a lot of, I look at everything we've been doing as a learning process, right? It's like, I keep reminding myself, this is the Thomas Edison, I didn't fail 1,000 times. I just figured out 1,000 ways not to make a light bulb.
Yeah.
Or whatever the quote is, the number is. So it's kind of like, we dipped our toe in with Amy's newsletter.
Yeah. With
a conception that, or an expectation that it was going to generate X, and it didn't. But I think we knew it was going to be relatively low. Like it's a low percentage, medium at the best of times.
No email.
So, well, but this is, we're part of this isn't an email that is just about story time, right?
Yeah.
This is a Pregnant Chicken monthly newsletter that's packed full of content with a little blurb somewhere. Think about it as like I think, of course, I relate everything back to grocery retail business, but like I just got my Loblaws flyer. Mm-hmm. We're in a small line mention block on the, 7th page of the flyer. But
you're painting a very strong picture there.
we were hoping for front page ad results, and we were a line mention buried in the 7th page, whatever, without a photo. So I think, you know, the front page ad equivalent is going to be a dedicated post by Amy only about this product.
Yeah, I think being on social media, it's going to have more, fingers crossed, it's going to have more legs, just because it's going to live longer.
Yeah.
Because it's just going to be there. It's going to show up in people's feeds maybe days after today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Versus an email, it's one and done.
Yeah.
But to a very warm audience.
Yeah. So anyway, I'll give her a call this afternoon and see what we can line up. I mean, put it this way: if we get 2 sales on the next post, we've doubled our output.
We have. Well, and maybe we will stumble upon somebody who will be who might have an audience that's perfect for this.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I it's one of those things that it's like everyone. I mean, we didn't reach out to like a huge broad audience, but like I think we talked to enough people that if it was a bad idea, we would have heard about it.
Yeah.
But like I said, even like I used the analogy yesterday of my brother, like he likes it. It's a good idea. His kids seem to like it, but it's low enough on his list of things to do that he can't get to it right now.
Well, that's the same thing that made me think about when you asked if I'm using it. I'm the one who created it. Like I'm the one who built it. Like I don't have any technical barriers.
Yeah.
But I'm finding that at age 4, we're going through like every evening is a new book.
Yeah.
The question is like why? Yeah, it's what you said. It's like, why don't you just record yourself reading them?
Yeah. Well, I think there's this I don't know if this is an example of imposter syndrome or perfection syndrome or whatever, but it's like it doesn't have to be planned, or it doesn't have to be professional or good. Like this is our tendency, right? When we record something, we don't want background noise, or we don't want the kid's voice. Like to me, the more natural it is, the better. Yeah. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, my grandfather used to record, like we'd be over for Christmas or some get together, and he had the family stereo in the living room, and he would put a cassette in, and he would just put record, and he would record, if it was a 60-minute cassette, he'd record 60 minutes of just the ambient noise of people talking and whatever. And we used to listen to that and thought it was, and he'd be like trying to listen, oh, whose voice was that? Or what are they saying? And it was like, so, I don't know. I mean, times were different, I guess, in the 70s and 80s, what passed for entertainment. But anyway, I think it's, we just got to find that spark. Like I said, we're banging rocks together, looking for the right spark, and we just got to keep banging the rocks.
We do.
I don't know. I just keep going back to the simplicity of this is, I think, what makes it special, because it's dead simple.
It is. It's dead simple. Well, we still have the prayer version of the app that we can do.
Yeah.
That takes nothing but changing images.
Yeah. Yeah. Reskin it and build a new, like reskin the site.
Well, just build it. Yeah. You don't even need to reskin the site. You just build a separate landing page.
Yeah. And like Amy said, like we did all these videos and all this extra work. You don't necessarily need all that. Like the app is intuitive enough that
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, I don't know.
It's a very interesting spot to be in. It's almost like feels it's if I was to use an analogy, it's like the energies is building up. First you're uncertain of it, and then something starts to move, and you all of a sudden realize, holy crap, I know how to do this. And it kind of becomes this massive ball, and it looks for a release, and then releases, and it's kind of
Yeah. I feel like we're being tested somehow. Like what is our resolve? Is this what did we talked about this before in the different contexts, which was that called the cliff? What was that called? I forget the discussion, but it was like you get to a point where it's like, is this the inflection point, or is this the time to quit?
Yes. Yeah, I remember
I forget what the terminology.
The dip.
Was. The dip, yeah.
Yeah, it's the success trajectory dip.
Yeah. I mean, we all have our different scenarios. I'm in this business, whether it's the app or courses or something else, for, I don't know, if I had to put a window of time that I'm playing with 3 years. I can make zero money for 3 years, and then I'll have to concede and move to a small town and keep going.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the house down the street that sold for 1.2, and then it got renovated and relisted for 1.4. So I feel like I just made 200 grand.
This would be it would be unfortunate if you had to dip into the equity of your house.
Yeah. Well, I'm already there. So.
Well, yes, and so am I.
But I, the way I look at it is like, if it's not for this, what's it for?
Yeah.
Like, is it so that when I die, my kids can have an easier life? I don't know. I don't think they deserve such a thing.
Oh wow, that's those is encouraging words.
I'm joking, of course. They already have an easier life than I ever had.
Well, you know what, it's part of the process. I mean, this whatever I'm feeling right now. I don't know how you're feeling right now, but it is part of the process. I think it's a necessary part of the process. It's not a comfortable part of the process, but it's still a necessary part of the process.
Yeah.
So it's I feel like I should write a book, because remember that interview I bombed?
Yeah.
I told you about. It's this is the one thing that I would love to know, is it's like, how do you go from an idea to $100 million raise?
Yeah.
Like, what is the one step that we're missing? Why are we not raising capital for this?
Yeah.
Because we don't feel we need to. Why not? Like, why are we not?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's we're trying to sell direct to a consumer versus sell the idea to an investor. But I don't know what I think of, like, if you think of Dragon's Den, right? Like the place that everyone that goes on there screws themselves is with their valuation, right? So they go, what do you value your company at? Oh, I value it at $1 million. Oh, what are your sales? 1. Like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to, I don't know. I'm not sure if people invest just in an idea and a concept, or I mean, in that show, people want to invest in something that has a little bit of proof behind it that there's potential there, versus an out of the box idea. But I don't know. It's funny. You just got me thinking about like the topic we were talking about last week or whatever, about like the whole notion of an incubator business.
Yep.
You know, is that something people could invest in?
Incubator, how? Joining the incubator or starting an incubator?
No, you start an incubator and get funding to create stuff. And again, I don't know what kind of proven track record you've got to have to.
Yeah, that's
to convince people to give you their money.
That's one of the things that worries me.
But anyway, we've just gotten started, so
yeah. And I'm sure this is it's a school of hard knocks.
Yeah. So I mean, we got well, Father's Day this weekend. We got July 4th coming up.
The fact that it's coming up, it's crazy.
And what have we got? Anyway, we can figure it out. But let me talk to Amy, because again, that's.
Oh yeah.
I think the thing that gave us so much promise.
Yeah.
Was tapping into
the audience,
the target audience.
Yeah.
And that was going to be the difference between things that we've done already with our other products, hitting a warm audience. So
yeah,
it's and there's got to be some kind of repetition around it too. Like, like my brother's post the other day is like, he posted it and 50 people saw it. Okay, well, like you don't run a TV commercial once and then go, where's my sales? Like, it's impressions. Even the people that are visiting the site, right? Like we've got 38 people, but 104 visits or whatever the number was. Like people are coming back multiple times.
Yep.
I mean,
no, it's sorry. I mean, I totally realize that I myself this feeling of deflation, just like you said, everything is based on expectations.
Yeah, all frustration is a function of expectation.
Yeah, had you had no expectations, this would not be a problem.
Yeah.
So this too shall pass. So it's
all right.
Anyway,
let's go sell some story time.
Let's go sell some story time. Yeah, get out of this funk and still knock on doors until they open.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking this morning, it's like, multi-pronged approach. It's kind of like, okay, we can go Amy, post on my thing, whatever. And it's like, who do I know that I can just direct message that has kids in our target range and just, spread the word that way. It's funny. Like I was thinking so I sold my Leadership for Teens course to a bunch of people and they haven't used it yet.
Yeah.
And I've reached out to them a number of times, trying to use the leverage of my relationship with them to say, like, can you just look at the course and say, I need a testimonial. I'm relaunching the course. I could really use your help. Crickets. And it's not, and I know it's not like people aren't being mean or ignoring me or whatever. Yeah. Like it's just the reality of people's lives. It's like a leadership for a teenager, leadership course for a teenager. It's the microcosm. It's the epitome of a proactive thing. Like it needs to be acted on. It doesn't act on you. Like if you never touch it, it'll just sit there. Like somebody has to to do it. So it's kind of like we got to find that sweet spot of, and I go back to that cheese. I'm going to listen to some of that cheese audio today again, because it's like nobody's saying I need a story time app, but we know for a fact people are saying I'm missing quality time with my kid, or I wish my kid had more familiarity or better relationship with my parents or my siblings, or you know, whatever it is, like all those use case scenarios. I think we just have to keep banging on those use case scenarios that resonate with people, that people don't know have the app, but they all can relate to those exact stories.
Yeah.
Right. I guess we've circled back to your first question about, is this a problem people have? It is. It's absolutely a problem people have. They're not aware of this as a solution to the problem.
And this is where we need to educate. And this is the biggest thing that you don't want to do as a new launch, is to educate people. But technically we could.
Yeah. I don't know if it's educating people. It's presenting them with a solution to a problem that does exist.
Sorry.
Like nobody's saying, how do I record my voice to play it back to my kid? Like I need a solution for that. But people are like, I'd love for my kid to be able to listen to my voice, reading them stories more often when I'm out working late, whatever. Maybe, I don't know. Like we know that those, like even in the responses you got from your post, we know that those scenarios,
they resonate
with people.
Yeah. They resonate. It's
and I don't know if we're like the thing we haven't done, and I don't know if this is a stumbling block or not, but it's like we don't talk about the price at all, and we just talk about a discount. I don't know if we need to be, if it's like, if again, I'm just grasping at straws, but I think it's too soon to make too many.
No, of course it's too soon. What it's been one email campaign. That's it.
Yeah. What do you think about? Do you want to add a video to the pages, even if it's just if you go to, I'll send you the link to the YouTube video that I posted, which is all the videos stringed together.
Yeah, let's send me the link. I'll just add it to the page. And yeah, let's just have it there.
Yeah, I mean, it can be right at the bottom. It's just because if somebody watches that video, they have a full understanding of how the app works and what it does.
Yeah. Let's do that. There's no problem in adding that video.
I'll send you the link right after the call. Oh, somebody liked my photo on Instagram.
That's good. My dear.
Exactly. If only likes were sales.
Yeah.
And not bots. What is going on here?
What?
I don't know. I have this thing and I keep closing it and it keeps popping up again. Anyway, all right. We'll chat tomorrow.
We will. Let's find some avenues to sell this.
Right. We're gonna sell one Storytime app today. I feel it. At least one.
Just one.
At least one.
At least one. I concur.
And if I have to buy it myself, God damn it.
You already done that. See, that's the thing.
I know. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna pad the stats. All right. See ya.
See you, Greg. you.